قرآني طوق نجاتي،
قرآني نبض حياتي، قرآني طهر ذاتي، قرآني عصمة أمري، قرآني طوق نجاتي.
آيات الله حمتني غمرتني بالبركات، تحفظني من همزات الشيطان ومن زلاتي.
I would first, like to welcome, our chairman, whom I believe, I won't do justice to, his introduction, but inshallah, I'll try my best, to introduce him. Our next speaker is an international consultant in education and human development. He began his career as a teacher of English. His passion and expertise for the subject was nominated as the chairman of the English Society. He has been a head teacher of 3 different schools. He has conducted numerous workshops or seminars in over 30 countries. Those countries include Australia, United States, Canada, England, Middle East, Nigeria, Lusaka, Mozambique, Botswana, Bangladesh, Malaysia, and throughout South Africa. His topics range from leadership, youth development, moving from efficiency to effectiveness to excellence, from information to transformation, moving from good to great, inspiring teachers, creativity in school, dynamics of marriage, parenting in the 21st century, family dynamics, excellency wherever he goes. He is an advisor member of IBERR, International Board of Education Research and Resources. He is a co-author of the IBERR Manual for Schools. He is also a co-author of the Art of Public Speaking. Embraces the joy of public speaking and a pre-marital conversation and beyond. His expertise is in self-development and curriculum design. His creativity made him a dynamic lecturer at IPSA, International Peace University of South Africa. He also conducts in-serving training for the business corporations. As a parenting expert and a marriage counselor, he conducts workshops of this topic. He conducts workshops motivating and training for business cooperation. His particular focus in soft skills, youth leadership. In other areas of his focus is a regular guest on national and community radio station. His attendees find his programs as life-changing. He believes that we should take ownership of our lives. This is clearly evident in his personal empowerment seminars or workshops. One of his other specialties is motivating and training nursing staff. He has in many ways resulting in improvement of patients' prescriptions, in some instances some of his to excellency. He is also part of Public Speaking Academy. He believes that the benefits that occurs from proficiency in public speaking skills cannot be quantified. One of his unique features is his ability to respond to diversity needs of the. He not only identifies the challenges, but his solution in all of his dynamic and individually and with his diverse talents. He is also a chairman of As Salaam Educational Institute, and then he's very profound and he's very keen in helping and developing the community of Mahlati. Ladies and gentlemen, please let us welcome the chairman of the school, Mr. Idris Kamisa.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning to you. Whenever I listen to my biodata, I say it's so boring. It's so boring, really. You know what, firstly, I want to begin by thanking God Almighty for the opportunity, thanking God for all His prophets, Prophet Adam, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, Prophet Muhammad, all of them, who brought profound messages to all of us. Now, As Salaam is very, very dear to us. It's dear to us because through apartheid, Our communities were fractured, they were dismembered. And what we need to do is to heal our community. Most importantly, I say to the teachers here, you must give every child hope. They are out here in the countryside, in the rustic countryside, away from the Gujarati, away from the lights. And they are thinking, what can I do from here? We say to them, you can be a leader. And we are here to enable them, to facilitate for them. And we treat each one of them as our own children. I'm reminded of this poem by Thomas Gray, Elegy on the Country Churchyard, when he said, many a sweet flower is born to blush unseen and waste its sweetness in the desert air. I do not want the talents of our sons and daughters to be wasted, to feel they've got no hope. So we have a very comprehensive program here. Besides the excellent academic results, we nurture leadership, we give them hope, and we also have done a needs survey with the community, because when the community looks at As Salaam, they must look at it with love. They must say, they made a difference. They planted the seed. And when my children come home, I see a transformation. I see they are more loving to me. I see they are more gregarious. They are involved in the community. It's easy to count the seeds in an orange, but difficult to count the oranges in a seed. And we believe we can make a difference. And therefore, I'm so happy to see the officials from the department. May God bless you all for coming here. And we are together in this struggle, together in this new trajectory. And I cannot thank enough Hajara and the team who play such a significant role. We appreciate your leadership. But this cannot happen without the magnanimity of a dear friend of mine, Mohsin Gani, and his beloved wife. It's very, very emotional when I see people give of themselves and selflessly. And my prayer for you and your families, may you continue to enjoy God's blessing. Because as long as you enjoy God's blessing, humanity is benefiting from you. And I have no doubt that we have a long-term relationship. As I said to the departmental officials, I am prepared to offer my services free of charge to any of your schools. In fact, this Sunday, I'm going to Inanda, and I'm engaging with one of the high schools there. And we are here to help. And we're also happy to have Ibrahim Majam, a stalwart who comes here, Akbar Khan, and others. So, can you imagine now this Gama Gama? I never heard of it until Mohsin phoned that night. So he said Gama Gama. I pretended I knew what he was talking about. Right? And when I learned of it, I say it's such a magic thing, really. It's beautiful, right? And we want to give to all our teachers tablets. I don't mean discipline and all that. Tablets. And so that, you know what, for example, on Sunday, or not Sunday, on Wednesday, we took our kids to the Careers Day in Durban. And for them, it was a life-changing experience. Life-changing experience. To be exposed to the different universities and others. Right, so once again, and also Yasin, I did not know Yasin knows me for a long time. But Yasin, God bless you really, I know the passion and love you have for this, and I have no doubt many more schools will do that. It's such a useful tool for our children. When you speak about literacy, it's no more whether you can read and write, it's about digital literacy. Your ability to access information. There is such a plethora of information, right? So anyway, I want to say to all of you, have a great day with us. God bless you all. God bless you all. And let us together do things. Wipe the tear of the child. To give hope to the individual. Take the child by the hand and say to him, we can do it together. We will do it together. because we can do it. We must do it. Thank you very much, Islam.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman, for gracing us and making our guests feel welcome in our school with your dynamic way, and bringing hope and inspiring people, to bring change, even if it's to one child, that means a lot. Just to move very swiftly due to time, I'd like to call upon our president of our school, our principal, Mrs. Sallam, just to give a few synopsis about her. She has served As Salaam for at least over 2 decades. She started as a teacher, and now she's the principal of the school. And also, she was the first group to introduce FET, and for the past 5 consecutive years, we were able to, obtain 100% metric pass rate. It is to her efforts and a team, putting together all the work. So I would like to welcome Mrs. N.Ali.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and good morning to all. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Esteemed guests, a warm welcome to you to a very special day in the history of our school. Today, we stand on the brink of a new era in education, one that is characterized by innovation, engagement, and a commitment to excellence. It is my great honor and privilege to welcome you all to the opening ceremony celebrating the installation of smart TVs and educational apps generously donated by our esteemed sponsor, Mr. Mohsin Gani and Fatima Musa. I want to extend our deepest gratitude to Mr. Mohsin Gani and Sister Fatima Musa. Your generosity and vision has made this transformation possible. Your belief in our mission and your investment in our learners' futures are truly commendable. This donation is a testament to your commitment to education and to the betterment of our community. Your support will have a lasting impact not only on our current learners, but on generations to come. We are deeply grateful for your generosity and the opportunities you have unlocked for us. May Allah bless and reward you abundantly. The smart TVs and educational apps that we are incorporating today are not just technological tools. They are gateways to a world of knowledge, creativity, and endless possibilities. These resources will transform the way we teach and learn, making education more interactive, personalized, and effective. With these smart TVs, our classrooms will become dynamic learning environments where information is not just presented but experienced. The educational apps will offer personalized learning opportunities, catering to the unique needs and interests of each learner. This donation is not just an investment in technology, but an investment in our learners' futures. For our educators, these new tools will empower them to bring lessons to life in ways we could only dream of before. The interactive capabilities of the smart TVs will allow educators immersive learning experiences that cater to the diverse needs of our learners. The educational apps will provide them with innovative methods to track progress, identify areas of improvement, and offer personalized support to each learner. For our learners, today marks the beginning of an exciting journey. They now have at their fingertips a wealth of resources that can help them explore new subjects, deepen their understanding of complex topics, and and develop skills that are essential in today's digital age. The tools provided today are designed to help them succeed, not just in their studies, but in life as well. We'd also like to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of everyone who has contributed to making this day possible. From Mohammed Yasin Musa and his staff who have worked tirelessly to install and configure these systems, and to our team here at As Salaam who have coordinated this event, your efforts are deeply appreciated. Thank you to our esteemed guests for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us. Your support and encouragement are invaluable, and we are deeply grateful for your presence. To our media personnel, thank you for covering our event. Your efforts in sharing our story with the wider community help us reach and inspire many more individuals. In closing, let us remember that education is the foundation upon which we build our future. The smart TVs and apps we are inaugurating today are powerful tools that will help us construct a brighter, more informed, and more innovative tomorrow. Together, with the support of our generous sponsors, dedicated educators, and enthusiastic learners, we are poised to achieve great things. Thank you once again, Mr. Mohsin Gani and Fatima Musa, for your incredible generosity. Thank you all for being here today and for your unwavering support of our school and its mission. Let us move forward with excitement and determination as we embrace this new chapter in our educational journey.
Thank you very much to our principal. Like on one hadith that says, we need to seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. So here we're given another, opportunity, to learn, remember, these revolutions, from first revolution, second revolution, third revolution, now fourth revolution, and also going with robotics. So I believe, our principal should say this problem, it will help us a lot. Also looking at, our background, our kids, will learn and benefit more. Moving to our next speaker, I would like to call upon, our Bremer Secretary Manager, whom, I can also not do justice to his profile. So I believe, he will share his, profile, introduce himself. He's a very passionate man, when it comes to, his schools around Bremer. And Bremer has always been, the top performing school, in KZN districts. So putting As Salaam also there, is part of that. He's always checking upon us when it's exams, I know will come to our school, make sure, the invigilators, the chief invigilators, they follow all the pros and cons of their examination. So I would like to welcome Mr. Mbanza.
Thank you very much, Dr. Director. I think you would say, let me just say, all protocol established and observed. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm humbled. I'm really, really humbled. Understanding the struggle and the challenges that we have in our country, and specifically in our district, and in the circuit that I'm leading, Bremer Circuit. I'm humbled when I'm actually invited in such an occasion. I think we all understand that when you talk about education, it's not just the one-man show. But when you talk about education, that is just a societal matter. And when the principal of the school informed me that they have got a sponsor of a smart TV. I was overwhelmed, simply because I understand the fourth industrial revolution. I do understand the direction that our country is taking. And I really understand the kids that we are teaching today. They are no longer like us in our days. For them to concentrate, they need something more technologically of some kind. Now, when you hear of such a donation to a school of such a kind, you really say, God is great. You just say, God is great. Let me just say, maybe it is also a blessing because, Brahma, you're the chairperson. You are really a chairperson. I was listening when you, in fact, I firstly listened when you were introduced, then listening when you were delivering your welcoming speech. Then I said, wow, that means now as a second, we do have the chairperson. So you are no longer the chairperson of Prima. As Salaam is a school, but you are our chairperson as a second. Simply because you said to us, you are prepared to go an extra mile and you are really going to utilize your services. Rest assured. Now, looking at, and I'm glad because you actually opened up for us to touch a bit on apartheid, because that is where we are coming from. So now, when you touch about that, I also said to myself, we are just about to conquer the evil of the past. Simply because there is now that understanding from those that have, that whatever God bless you with, you need to share it. Because what we are here for now, it's a matter of receiving what those that God trusts them with it, to share with those that they don't have. You know, I really, as from the Department of Education, really appreciate that you realize as a donor or as a sponsor that if you are not fix the evil of the past, you must come closer to the schools. Because these little ones are the ones that need to grow and be developed and be fed with or be indoctrinated positively, not negatively like before, with the minds that when they move out of As Salaam, they go out and preach the gospel of oneness. You see, looking at As Salaam, I said it was a blessing that we, as the Department of Education, we have got As Salaam as a school. Yes, you are actually donating for As Salaam, but there is one thing that we do as a circuit. We are not working in unison. Whatever we have, we do share. So it means now, As Salaam is going to be one of our resource center, where we will send the learners, where we will send the educators to get or to use the resources that we have here in As Salaam. So really, we share everything. We even share the human resources. You will find that because of the shortages of educators that we have in schools, it's not like, we're not like As Salaam where it's easy for them to hire. But for the basic, now we need to wait for the department to, and that takes forever. But what is happening whenever there is the gap, we just utilize the services of the educators that are there, that are here in As Salaam, to go and assist. And whenever we find that there is a gray area somewhere here in As Salaam, we also use the services of that educator who's an expert to come in As Salaam and assist. So we are actually working as one. So I'm proud to say, I'm actually here proudly to say it's not the As Salaam, but it's me as the leader of the circuit who has got this smart TV. Because in my circuit, I've got the school which is like As Salaam. Now, you are not wrong when you provide such resources to As Salaam, because As Salaam is one of our best schools in terms of the results. Whenever we are monitoring in schools, we always preach the gospel of 100% achievement. 100%. But not just 100%, but 100% with quality. So As Salaam is one of the schools that is actually giving us that. And they are always, I actually came here in this circuit in 2021 to date. Since I came, they always produce 100%. And when we enjoy and celebrate the achievement of the learners, we always celebrate together as a circuit. Now, when I'm saying your resources are not displaced, it is because I know the SMT of the school, I know the staff, the teachers of the school, how committed they are in terms of developing, in terms of working with the learners. And it's going to make their work much, much easier, because now, like I said initially, that when you can put something like TV, like a phone, you will find learners rushing to that. Even the ones that you say they are not gifted in terms of grasping, but they will amaze you when it comes to this. They will always be forward. So, from the Department of Education, the sponsors of this project, chairperson, the SMT of the school, thank you very much. May God bless you. May you please continue. I was actually talking to I'm not sure whether I'll be correct to say the chairperson or the chairman or the MP or whoever of Gama. He looks very young. He looks very young. Then I said to myself, hey, when we say in our African slogan, when we say my way Africa, now when you see the young man, the young man as this one decides to offer such young as he is, instead of moving with the Ferraris and all that, but he's deciding to actually offer from those that I need. I said, indeed, our Africa is back. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mbanza, for your work. I think in your closing, you reminded me of one of the book called Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe, where he asked the question, to the village, chiefs, where he says, where are the young bananas that will grow when the old ones, die? So we believe, the sponsors and, that young men when they were talking about, believe is that young banana that will grow when the old ones, Yeah. So thank you so much, for such inspiring words. There's a chairman, his favorite slogan, he always says, are you happy? And then people, have decided they will smile. If they're not smiling, you must know that they are hungry. and he will say, I like it. So, just to, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but inshallah, I hope, Almighty Allah will help me, to call upon the sponsors. I won't say their names, they know themselves, because, sometimes we will omit one there, and then, SABC is there. And I don't want to find myself in those news that having to answer some of the questions. So I would like to call upon, our sponsors before I can call the chairman. I know we're supposed to call the chairman first, but I was asked that, can you please start with the sponsors, and then our chairman will follow to address us. That one was just a welcome, that was not the address. So it's yet to address us.
Like I was warming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, please just welcome,
To all with universal greeting of peace. As Salaam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace, mercy and blessings of our Creator be upon you all. Firstly, my husband Mohsin Gani and I would like to thank our most generous and loving Creator, and then As Salaam School for affording us the opportunity of being part of this beautiful legacy of Sheikh Ahmed. Sheikh Ahmed, may the Almighty be pleased with him, was the founder of the Islamic Propagation Center as well as the founder of As Salaam School. The primary motivation for sponsoring the Gamma Smart Technology System was the genocide in Gaza. We witnessed the Gaza genocide, which is now in its 9th month, where people are being starved, forcibly displaced, where they are being bombed. There are kilometers of food waiting to enter Gaza. Yet starvation continues because the military refuses to allow food and aid in. So when your hands can't reach Gaza, you reach those closest to you first. We wonder how any nation can cut off access of food, water, electricity and medicine for an entire population for 9 months, and 8 billion humans can't do anything about it. So this Gamma technology is sponsored and it's dedicated to the steadfast people of Gaza, who have faced every single type of dehumanization, genocide, femicide, infanticide, and even scholasticide. Do you all know that every single educational institution in Gaza has been bombed? Every creche, every kindergarten, every primary school, high school, every university has been bombed. We know how much it costs to put up these things. We who are from the global south know the value of education. So when we know that when you are destroying the education, you are trying to destroy the future of an entire generation. The secondary impetus for sponsoring the smart technology was having grown up with Mohammed Yasin and knowing his passionate, perfectionistic personality. We felt that As Salaam would benefit tremendously. Seeing the rural environment, we realized that the children don't have access to technology, and having something like a smart school would take them into the next league, into the 4th industrial revolution. Also, our hope as sponsors is that Gamma ensures that content on decolonization and content of African authors, philosophers, academics, freedom fighters are made available to our children so that they may know their history through the lenses of their own people, not through the lenses of the colonizers.
It is with great words from wise man, our former president Nelson Mandela, that says, choose peace rather than confrontation, expect in cases where we cannot get, where we cannot proceed, or where we cannot move forward. but we know too well that our freedom is incomplete without the freedom of Palestine. So I believe that was the message which, motivated this, kind of nation. As we all know, the struggle, of people in the Middle East, the people of Palestine, we all know. Cannot share it, I cannot say it much. It brings tears to everyone's eye. I know very well our sponsors, they are very close to, Membats there, then you can see, the smile. So thank you so much for such kind words and reminding us about giving. Like I said, the chairman's address, it's now. So inshallah, I want to introduce him again. I'll call our chairman to come, and then after it, inshallah, we'll have, the address by the Deputy Chief Education Specialist, Mr. Mvoyana, to come forward, inshallah, as soon as after the chairman.
One of the very critical things that I share, and I come to the school once a week to remind our teachers that academic excellence on its own is not an indicator of real success. Academic success is not a sole indicator of real success. So what we want is really developing young people who show sensitivity to others. They say man has learned to fly like a bird in the sky, swim like a fish in the sea, but he cannot walk like a human being on this earth. Because we have lost our humanity. I remember some years ago when I went for a pilgrimage. I was there with a dear friend of mine, N.Ali, whose organization was called the Radical Middle Way. He has passed away, may God forgive him, may he attain the highest status in heaven. So I was telling him about the book, Who Will Cry When You Die? And the subtitle was, Lead Your Life in Such a Way that when you were born, you cried and people were smiling. But when you die, you are smiling and people are crying. So he said to me, Idris, I want to share with you something what my dad told me. He said, my dad told me the following. He said, son, you had no idea who would celebrate your birth. But you are in complete control as to who will mourn your loss. The whole idea that empires are built in the hearts of people. And really, when we say what we are saying, it comes from deep conviction, very, very deep conviction, that I would like these learners, when they leave the portals of this institution, when they look back at this institution and they say, I too want to serve humanity. I felt hopeless. I felt desperate. I was destitute. But that teacher knew that a great teacher is not a sage on the stage, but a guide on the side. It was that relationship. When that teacher looked at me with loving eyes, when he took me by the hand and he said to him, you and I can do it. And I'm here to support you every step of the way. I want to, when I speak, I require a calendar, not a watch. I'm just warming up. So I want to just end off with an incident. This was a milestone in my life. When I was at school, I was a very naughty boy. And I was like a clown of the school, but a shy, reluctant clown. I matriculated in Port Shepson. So I had a teacher of English, at that time standard 8, grade 10, reading my essays, and the pupils were laughing at my mistakes, and I used to laugh. So funny, sir. I used to get upset that I could not complain to my dad, because my dad told the teachers, the flesh is yours and the bones are mine. So I could not complain. The next year, I was in standard 9, believing I'm useless in English. You know, believing I'm useless. Right? The laughter of the pupils, right? The chastisement of the teacher. And this teacher, Ismail Katrada, who became an inspector, really what he said on that particular day was a tipping point in my life. We were doing the poem called God's Grandeur. And next to me was God's Grandeur Indira. She was a beautiful girl. So I wasn't paying attention to the poem. I was paying attention to Indira, you know, checking her pulse. She's okay, she's well, you know what I mean? In case she died, her father would come to me, my daughter was next to you, she died. So checking her pulse, you know, checking, you know. So anyway, as I was busy with Indira, God's Grandeur, the teacher noticed me. And I can remember almost verbatim his words. He said to me, Idris, you're a naughty boy. I said, no. He said, well, I'm not leaving the class until you give me your interpretation of the last 2 lines of this poem. And you know me. He had like the Dracula look now. You know me. If you do not give it to me, I will give you the cold shoulder. Do you want the cold shoulder from me? I said, no, please, no. So I gave an answer to get him off my back, and I did not realize that I gave a great answer, you know. He said to me, Idris, why don't you believe in yourself? He told the class, reject my interpretation, I want to take Idris's interpretation. He went next to a class, he began to praise my interpretation. And that moment, I said, hey, maybe I can do it, you know. From that day, from a non-reader, I became an avid reader. Today I have over 2,500 books at home. From being shy in public speaking, I've spoken to crowds up to 10,000 people in London. 8 years after that incident, I became the chairman of the English Society of South Africa. And therefore, and I know Hajara is here, Khatija and the others are here also, the heads of department. You have an obligation to unleash the potential of these children. You have an obligation. Got to give them self-belief, make them leaders, and I have no doubt, they'll leave the world making it a better place. Thank you.
Greetings.
Greetings, my friend.
All protocols. I am Richard Muyana. I am coming from a district called N.Ali. I'm not part of UPU, but I'm also a department official. I am really humbled that I was invited. Why I have to come all the way? Because I've become a friend of this gamma. What happened is, I'm responsible for maths. I'm the maths subject advisor. I'm the maths specialist. So you would know that this is one of the subjects that is always a challenge to the learners, and it's a requirement for our learners. If we want our learners to do well in life, they have to do their maths. Their marks have to improve. So what happened this year is that we were very lucky that in one of our primary schools at Umlazi, they managed to get a sponsorship, and this smart technology was installed in that school called Simla. So I was part of the Then I was part of the training, and I had the first-hand experience of how this technology could assist. But what really fascinated me is that I was thinking of my own subject, how this smart technology could assist in improving these poor maths results that these learners were getting. And I was fascinated when I realized now that it went far beyond mathematics. In fact, it catered for even more subjects. So, but what I can share with you is that the school then identified the learners that were really struggling. And because now and again I tend to visit the school, and these learners therefore they would then attend classes with their teachers where they are practicing in terms of the content gaps that have been identified by the teachers. And the report is that there is a huge improvement in the result of those learners. So the system has been seen by the teachers to be assisting. And I'm quite happy for the school. This is, I'm told it's a top performance school by my colleague. We are getting 100%, and I'm hoping now that we'll be getting 100% in maths and science. Definitely, if you use this technology, what I like about it is that you'll find that a learner is performing at a particular grade 10. The learner is in grade 10, but is struggling with a grade 8 content. You'll find that teachers then will say, you'll put learners, and you'll find that learners in that particular grade. And then up until they are able to improve in that particular topic that they are struggling in. So it's really, really a game changer when it comes to closing the content gaps that learners are experiencing. So I'm really, really happy for you that you've got this technology. So I heard the chairman that they will be bringing someone to assist learners with maths because they want to improve their result. And Mr. Chairman, I can tell you, this technology is going to assist you immensely in improving your result, depending on whether learners are exposed and they spend more time, because with maths and you need a lot of practice for them to do well. So if they spend more time, definitely I can tell you their results are going to improve. And what we also did, Babu Mbanza, my colleague, is that we felt now that there were high schools in our area. This is a primary school. And then we said to the principal, we are turning your school into a center. Like we have said, we are turning this school into your center now, where the learners that are struggling in maths and science will come. So we have turned that particular school into a center now, where learners are visiting that particular school even on Saturdays and even after school, where then they are practicing. And I think your subject is going to benefit if this school could open their arms to say, yes, other schools can come and benefit. Really, it's a game changer. And I can also say that this technology could have not come in a better time when next year we are introducing coding and robotics. You know, next year coding and robotics is going to be introduced, and I think learners are going to benefit. And also, if you have internet, I'm not sure whether you do have internet, but I hope you do. There is what we call Siyavula. Please expose your learners to that online program. It's free. Let them register on Siyavula, and it offers free maths. There are lessons there from grade 8 to 12 in physical science, grade 10 to 12. So, and they don't even need data. it's a free. It's free you don't need data to enter into that one, but you need to register. So I would therefore say that expose learners to that particular program as well, so as to improve these subjects, especially maths and science. So I'm so happy and I'm so thrilled, Mr. Chairperson, that about your speech, and you have given me your card, and you may be invited to come to our schools in Durban to motivate our learners.
It's a pleasure, thank you.
Yeah, in fact, I'm going to tell the district director, Mrs. Mashambi, that I met a dynamic man who is very inspirational. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to our guest speaker. Like I said, a teacher is not the sage on the stage, but the guy on the side. Those are very, very inspirational words from our chief educational specialist. I'd like to call upon the technology. Our next guest speaker, who was born on Pietermaritzburg, went to study, the higher tertiary institute of learning at University of KwaZulu-Natal, and founded, the program Gamma. I think, and I believe, he will come and, introduce himself and share with us where does this inspiration, how did the Gamma program start, and where is this Gamma program taking us to, and what is the vision, on this program to our school. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome Mohsin Musa to come forward. Immediately after his presentation, the chairman, the sponsors, and the principal of the school, we are requested to have a short interview with the SABC crew, just to share, and also all the guests, the sponsors, will be going for a class presentation with one of our own teacher, Mem Khalil, by the grade 3 classroom, where he will be, conducting the classroom, on how this smart TV actually will work. So rather than us having a talk show, we'll see one of our teachers whom the Gamma team came, to train her, and then she'll be conducting that particular class. So then after that, we'll have our closing with members.
The ribbon cutting.
After the video clip, then we're gonna have the ribbon cutting, then inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning to everyone. I am deeply honored to stand before you today as we celebrate the grand opening of the Grammar School program here at As Salaam Educational Institute. The day marks a significant milestone in our journey towards integrating technology and education, and I couldn't be more thrilled than to share this moment with you guys. I tell the story of Gamma quite a lot, and I've probably told it, and everyone has heard it here quite a few times, but when I started on my own about 8 years ago, we were building online stores, Android devices, but just doing random business ideas. But the one thing I always valued a lot was actually adding value. It was never about making money or fulfilling a purpose or whatever. I didn't realize it at the time, but I've only realized it later on in life now, that money was not actually the key motivator in my life, and it's actually a key motivator for a lot of people in their lives. But my key motivator in what I believe in is how much value I can add to the person that's next to me. How much value can I add to the person that I serve? How much value can I add to my customer? How much value can I add to my client? And not part of my speech, but I kind of have learned quite a lot from Uncle Idris recently, that I can also chat quite a bit, so we can be here a while. I can take the second half of the calendar for you, no problem. So in those things that I've done and being part of that journey, I realized that in my growing up and with my parents and spending a lot of time with Fatima too as well, those are the characters that we kind of like grew up being because of the people around us, because of the upbringing that we had. It was so instrumental in us becoming who we are and in being able to bring everyone here together today for this occasion. So I think although my passion in education has only started 7 years ago with Gamma, and it actually started because a professor was driving from PE to Bloemfontein, and he was a professor of maths. His name was Olivier. He was the guy that created those Maths Olympiad. I don't know if you guys remember the Maths Olympiad. So he was the founding part of it. He's doing maths and science for 50 years, and he was driving from his university. He was going to go see his kids in Bloemfontein, and he was phoning me on the highway. And he phoned me and he was telling me he has a Russian wife and he's looking to watch Russian movies. And we were making our Android devices at the time, and I was like, Prof, I got you, no problem. And then while using our device and experiencing our thing, he then brought me to Nelson Mandela University, showed me the maths and science marks and how they were decreasing every year in the rural schools and all the kids coming into university. So every year the maths and science marks were getting worse, and every year the quality of students coming in were getting worse. So they started implementing programs to reteach maths and science to the students before they come to campus. And that's how the whole journey started. He brought about that passion for me in education, and then Gamma is all that we do now. It's all that we do now. So back to my speech. First and foremost, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our partners from IPCI. Special thanks to Mohsin and Fatima. Your dedication to advancing education opportunities aligns perfectly with our mission, and together we are creating a brighter future for all these students here. And really grateful for that. I am delighted to welcome our representatives from the district and the DOE. It was great to hear your words. Mr. Biani, for you to even be endorsing it after your engagement with it is really, really heartwarming. Thank you for that. A special thank you to my parents and family too as well. Yeah, your love and patience has been my foundation, and I will be forever grateful for what you've done. To the staff of As Salaam, including the principal, thank you for your warm welcome and embracing the innovative project with open arms. Your commitment to excellence in education is truly inspiring, and it's an honor to work alongside you guys. We've been working with you guys for the last few days, setting up the security, putting the TVs in, organizing. It's been a real pleasure working with you guys. I can see that the path forward is going to be quite good, quite constructive, and we're looking to really good days ahead. Also on that point too as well is that normally when we do these type of things, and I'm sure the department knows too as well, a lot of them, this is the most important part of the whole journey, this actual part here. But this is actually just the first step in the journey that we go together. And Gamma will make sure that it's committed to that course to ensure that every single student and every single teacher has easy access to high quality resources at all times. Okay? Just on that content, just to elaborate on what Mr. Buyani said too as well, we have content from grade R to grade 12 on all subjects, every single subject. We also have video lessons, we have PowerPoint lessons, we have workbooks, we have textbooks, we have past papers, we have winter work, we got memos, we got every single thing all in this file, all in this system, and we will then share this with the schools, and then we will create a learning path and a learning methodology eventually for every single learner. So every single learner from grade 12 to grade 12 will be working through our Gamma program, everything being monitored, analyzed, so that they can have the highest quality available teaching method to them. Okay? And what we've also been able to achieve in this time, we've worked with about 30 rural schools in the Eastern Cape. We've worked with about 100 schools in Umzinyathi and Utukela with department schools. And now currently on our Gamma program, we have close to 35 schools. So we have close to 40,000 students in Pietermaritzburg and Durban using the Gamma program daily in the classroom. Okay? So that makes me talk to you about some things that I want to just mention that are very important when it comes to the Gamma program and the significant positive impacts that we've already noticed in our schools. Okay? We've noticed 84% adoption of using the technology for at least 5 to 10 minutes in the classroom after one term of being on the program. So after one term of the program, 84% of the classrooms are using it in every single classroom. That's how good the adoption has been. So when Gamma comes in, we don't only come and drop off the hardware. No. We say we drop off the software as well. We give you the software to teach and enable teaching. We then share with you all the content that we have. Sir mentioned Siyavula too as well. We have free access to Siyavula on Gamma too as well. Siyavula is awesome. It's Mark Shuttleworth. He's created the entire maths system for the DBE and it's really great stuff. You have access to all of that stuff now too as well. It all depends on how much you want to use it. And we're getting all of these resources, but not only that too, we have also signed up a project for 3 years to be at the school. So when Gamma is at the school for 3 years, we will visit the school once every 2 weeks, and in those 2 weeks we will ensure that every single device is working 100%. We will also ensure that every single teacher is happy, and then we get a stamp from the school and from the principal to say that the work there has been completed. And that is for once for every 2 weeks. Okay? We also have 2 workshops every term to teach the educators on how to adopt this technology and how to move forward with it. This does not happen overnight. This takes time, it takes work, it takes a project, and it takes dedicated people. And as you can tell already from working with our Gamma staff, I haven't been involved in the installation at all. You know, our team handles everything from start to end. Because everyone that's part of this team really believes in this journey that we're going on to as well. So if we can get the same type of energy from the school, it's amazing what's there. We at Regina Primary School for 6 terms now. When we were in the school in Idris, they had about 70,000 rand in a bank account or something. When the principal took over, his water bill was 28,000 rand a month. He's got 70k in the account and his water bill is 28k. Don't need to be a mathematician for that one, no? You're in trouble. Okay, and also, absenteeism in the school was high. Teachers were not happy. There's 100 students in grade 7. Of the 100 students, 75 to 80 only did maths. And of the 80, 14 failed maths in 2022. They have to get 100 new students every year into the school. Every year in January, they send out pamphlets to other schools because they want students to come to their school because no one is applying to go to Regina Primary. So from the 100 people, they only get about 40 people that come for admission. So those 40 people are fee paying, and the other 60 they're getting from anywhere, and they're not even worried about school fees or anything. They just want to pull up the numbers for their PPN. Okay. Now we're in the school now for how long? 6 terms. Absenteeism is close to 0, like almost gone. Teachers extremely happy. First time in 10 years, the maths teacher in grade 7 finished all her content in her school career, in the school time. Because now instead of writing on the chalkboard for 10 minutes, she has a video already there, ready to teach. Okay, high impact, high impact. They filled up admissions in November last year, for this year. They filled up admissions, 100 students they got already signed up. They didn't even have to have admissions this year. School fees collections are going up from 35% to 58% in 1 year. In 1 year. Because parents are saying, hey, look at the school. Oh, also we put a bowl in school and they're saving 28,000 rand a month now. Because they now have clean water going to the pipes from the borehole. They got 100 years of water, 18,000 liters an hour coming out from the ground. They've done all of these things because they took the step, the principal, the chip, they were brave enough to say, you know what, we can't go on like this. We have to find ways to make ourselves sustainable, we have to make ourselves efficient, and we have to build a path forward. And today, Mr. Khan is calling me and is now getting tablets for the teachers so that they can engage with the Moodle in a faster way, thinking of ways to enhance the school, maintenance, hiring, support staff. All of that is now coming in because Gamma is now coming to school and just brought a bit more business-minded principles into the school and building solutions where a school can really thrive and prosper. Mostly just on that point too as well, there's one thing I've learned in schools too as well. If you had to give a 10,000 or 14,000 square meter land to one of the people in our family and told them to run it, and this is how our guys think in our family, they'll think, hey, oh, there's an entrance, let's put a notice board. Oh, we need to save 20,000, let's put a water tank. We need to get the best education system out there. We need to get it at the cheapest price. We need everyone to be working as many hours as possible. Because when you have an opportunity for this, we try to find the most ways that we can create the most value out of it. And I know that with you guys, that is the vision that you saw here too as well. But this is how I lead and how I want my schools to be. So we have 35 schools now in the program. We got our first 2 special schools, open gate special schools, 600 learning disability students on the program. We got our first Christian school as well now too as well. So it's going to different sectors, different places, and it's going great places. And we're really, really happy to be part of it here. I would like to also thank Uncle Idris for being the inspiration that you are. You actually, I did know you from the first time I met you was at my business partner, who was actually the partner of this business, his wedding. And it was quite a memorable meeting for me, not for you probably, apparently. But I got to say that, he wrote a lot of books and he sees the bigger vision and he's involved in a lot of things. But I've spent 2 or 3 days with him fully, and I must say that it is all very real now. I mean, while he's on the phone, while we're driving back to Durban, our car drive, we're getting calls from people in London, people in Indonesia that have problems, and they want only Uncle Idris can help them. So it doesn't matter, even if you are doing big things, you can also help that one person that phones you on the phone. You can also add value to their life. And you've been really inspiring in that way too as well. Thank you so much. And thank you for being here and allowing us to go on this journey together. Good. So looking ahead, our future is very strong here. I hope I've given you enough of confidence to know that this is only going up. It will only go up. And judging from the marks already, judging by the loyalty that people have to the school too as well, it's going to be good days. But please just be a little patient. We are going to walk, we're not going to run, okay? Okay, good. In closing, what I'd like to say is we do quite a bit of these launches. The media guys are here. Weirdly enough, every single aspect of this is quite amazing too as well. The media guys are from SABC, they create content for the SABC, they saw what we were doing. They saw what we were doing, all these things, and now they decided to follow us for 6 months to everywhere we're going because they want to spread the word of what we're doing to the masses, to more schools, to get them into these programs. The program is, in terms of normal programs, the type of value that you're getting there is close to, if you're doing it for a private education company, it's close to 1.2 million rand, the value that we've added today. So we must think about that, right? So that can only happen if the department is involved, the school is involved, the service provider is involved, and the greater community is also involved. So we have people that want to enhance the education of the kids in our community. And it can work. These solutions can help, and this is the exact way that it should be working out too as well. So if we can spread the word, get more schools on board, we will create a brighter future. I'm pretty confident of it. Thank you so much, and we will be doing a ribbon cutting outside here on the thing, and then we'll be doing the lesson in the grade 3. It won't be a long lesson, but it'll just give you an idea of what the kids are going to start experiencing on a daily basis. So thank you, and good. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brother Yasin, for inspiring us, giving us the vision and the mission of the program itself and where we are heading. I'm so excited. I have my own tablet, teaching online. So this is one of the great things that has ever happened in our school. I'd like Mr. Kamisa to lead us as we're going for ribbon cutting together with the principal, the sponsors, and our guests can follow. We're cutting the ribbon down, and then we're going to our classroom where our teacher, N.Ali, will be doing a presentation. So can you please,
Please share it for the my wife knows I'm not
The cutting is for the launch of Gamma program. As Salaam school. Dedication to the children of Gaza.
Who was the grade one?
Thank you.
Remember, we're live.
As Mandela would have said, I want you to know. I'm very proud of all of you. Thank you very much. I like it. I like it. Yes, I like it.
Can you please right.
We're going to learn counting, okay? We're first going to learn a counting song, okay? We're going to look at the video. Right, you're going to look, listen, and learn. What are we doing?
Look, listen, and learn.
Right, let's go. We're going to listen and look first. Again.
How many fingers on one hand? How many fingers on one hand? How many fingers on one hand? Let's all count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right. So how many fingers on one hand?
5.
We have 5 fingers on one. Who can count for me to 5? Let's go. N.Ali, you count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mashallah. Let's see. Okay, you assist. Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mashallah, very good. Let's continue.
How many fingers on 2 hands?
from 1 to 10. Yes, Mobili.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yes, we talk. Let's count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Very good. Now we all are going to sing together, okay?
Yes.
Let's go. We sing together, everybody. Right, let's go.
How many fingers on one hand? How many fingers on one hand? How many fingers on one hand? Let us count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many fingers on two hands? How many fingers on two hands? How many fingers on two hands? Let us count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Right.
I want to stay here now.
So
Just to give you guys a thing, it was just a simple exercise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but hearing it in a melodic tune makes it easier for the members, it's quite a lot. But ma'am has chosen this video specifically. There's over 100 videos that she can choose from. Now you see how her game is changing. Now she has to go out there and say, hey, this is the video I like. This one resonated with him well. Oh, maybe I don't like it. Next time I'll choose another one and we'll update it and we'll make it better. So the resources are not only here for the kids to get higher, it's also for ma'am to ensure that she's also making her lessons more digital and more engaging.
And also, well done to you, ma'am. Really.
Yeah.
I can see your relationship with these kids. All that makes a big difference, you know.
100%. Also, I don't know if you've noticed though, as soon as the video is on, they all like,
yeah.
That's it. So that's what we're trying to do. This is just a small glimpse of what we're trying to achieve. But every classroom has this device now. Every classroom, every grade, every subject will be using this to deliver a lesson. Thank you.
I like it. I like it.
قرآني عصمة أمري قرآني طوق نجاتي قرآني عصمة أمري قرآني طوق نجاتي
قرآني نبض حياتي قرآني طهر ذاتي قرآني عصمة أمري قرآني طوق نجاتي
آيات الله حمتني غمرتني بالبركات تحفظني من همزات الشيطان ومن زلاتي
آيات الله
حمتني غمرتني بالبركات تحفظني من همزات الشيطان ومن زلاتي
قرآني نبض حياتي قرآني طهر ذاتي قرآني عصمة أمري